Hello everyone. Today we're gonna throw some eyeballs at Narc. Narc is a classic game released in 1988 as an arcade game made by Williams, and then later it was ported to different systems, including the NES, which is the version we have here. The game has a strong anti-drug message in which you control narcotics officers Max Force, pictured, and Hitman, who is not here right now. Those names are incredibly 80s, and it's amazing. This game comes from an era where things were simpler. Things were ultra-violent, and maybe they still are, but I don't know. The 80s was a special time. Everything was just completely over the top and awesome. Anyway, what is Narc? Narc's a side-scrolling game. They call it a run and gun. I prefer to say side-scroller. Run and gun sounds more like Contra, to be honest. But I would call it a side-scroller anyway. I am not doing a great job at this. They shoot a lot, as you can see. The game was pretty difficult. I played the arcade version on an emulator, and my god, I didn't make it far. But them's the breaks. I would say then, it's a side-scrolling 2.5D shooter, because you have a lateral plane of movement, kinda like beat 'em ups. So it's not strictly side-scrolling. In the game, you control the Narc officers to take down gangs, to take down crime lords, with the ultimate goal of eliminating Mr. Big, who controls the whole crime ring in the city. Or that's my headcanon anyway. So each of the guys are armed with a... You know what? I would say it's an MP5. But we'll just say it's a submachine gun. Fully automatic fire. And you have limited ammo. Unlike other side-scrollers of the genre. Like Contra, for example. You never run out of ammo. You get money to confiscate, aka contraband. You also get drugs, aka more contraband, which none of them are dropping. And one thing that I think is really cool is you can arrest them, not only shoot them. Now this is a bit complicated, but you want to arrest as much as you can because it increases your score and your I think it gives you extra lives. Let's just end this because that was terrible. Man, you get distracted a bit in this game and you get killed. And you have to go through the whole shebang. I also want to mention, these guys look like race car drivers. They have a rocket launcher, they have a machine gun, which I think, like I said, it's an MP5. And we didn't check the rocket launcher. They look like race car drivers. And they have their arms exposed because it's the 80s. And they drive a Porsche with dual machine guns. We also didn't get to that, but we'll try. Here we are. Oh, that's the Porsche. And it apparently it shoots flames from the exhausts. So yeah, I don't know. These guys look like muscle race car drivers. No, that doesn't work. They look like race car drivers from an 80s movie. Anyway, the rocket launcher. This is what it does. You get chunky kibbles. And it's amazing. They really don't look hyper-realistic. In this day and age, they look comical, But the fact that in a Nintendo game you get kibbles or gibs, that's amazing. Because Nintendo did censor out the entirety of the drug references in the game, even if the game was a strong anti-drug message. Which, again, whatever, right? You also get enemy dogs, but they don't die. They're annoying and horrible and they will murder you. But they just become puppies and run away. Which, you know what? I'm okay with. You have a jump, it's double, Man, I can't English today. Double tapping the B button. So you can jump. If you press it, you crouch. So the game has some very interesting mechanics for being so old. Like I said, you got the busting, you got the crouch, you got the shooting, you got the jumping, which... I don't know that you really need it. Maybe I need to jump more to avoid the bullets. Man, let's hope we can make it. Alright. So there we go. Max Force, Hitman. 357, 999. Why? Because the 80s. And then this guy. This game is so 80s, it's amazing. I remember playing this as a kid. I have no idea how the hell I made any progress in this game. I rented it from a Blockbuster back in the day, and I played it to death. I never really owned it until now. No one had the guts until now. Oh no, not that guy. That's what you get. I got a rocket launcher! And you're under arrest. So it is a really fun game. It's not technically fantastic. The controls are not very responsive. You can see the visual glitches here and there. And, I mean, other than playing the emulated version on MAME or something... Where's it coming from? There we go. I hate those syringes. It is a fun game to play. And... Again, I guess I say it every video, or lately I say it every video, but... Games back then used to be more entertaining, more fun, more creative. Nowadays, I guess we're in a bit of a downward spiral, in a slope, in a hump. Maybe, yeah, we're living the hump day of the video game industry. I don't know. But this game is still amazing, despite its shortcomings and its flaws. I mean, you can see at the top of the screen, there's some shenanigans happening up there. I don't know why there's scrambled characters at the top there. I don't know if the cartridge I have is damaged, or if that's just how the game was. I remember it never being technically flawless. It was... it always had those weird glitches. But I love it all the same. There was also a 2005 version. Well, I wouldn't say version because I'm pretty sure it's a different game. It just has the same name, Narc, for the original Xbox, which I also have, which I also missed back in the day, and makes me sad because one of the characters is voiced by Michael Madsen, who played in Kill Bill. He was Bill's brother. I don't remember his name. But he shot the bride with a shotgun with salt rounds. Point blank. Anyway. I have it. I don't know if the disc works. If the disc works, I will be making a video of it. At some point soon. No, dog! No, don't bite me! I think it's probably not everybody's cup of tea. I still love the fact that the guys are wearing race suits with no sleeves, and they're taking on armies of enemies. But here's the awesome part. When we played this back then, not only we didn't question these things, we thought they were awesome. And while I could go all, well, you know, that's not realistic, that's insane, that doesn't work in real life. Yeah, that would be a logical assessment. That would also be depressing and sad. And, no. I will stay with my opinion. I don't know, how old was I? 8 years old? 10 years old? I don't know. It was a while ago. But I will stay with that 8-year-old's opinion. That these guys were awesome, fighting and killing criminals, arresting criminals, dressed in what amounts to a race suit. Because they look awesome. So, yeah. And remember, just say no. Drugs are bad. And then if you do drugs, I don't know, in some alternate universe, Max Force and Hitman will come for you. And you won't like that. So just don't do it. Winners don't use drugs and all that. With all that said, I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Cheers. There's no drugs in this town. I'll blow them all up.